Can you really do Disney's Epcot in one day?
You can, and we're gonna show you how.
Let's go!
Disney's Epcot has several major fan favorite attractions, and it is home to what many consider the best ride in Disney World right now. So with lots of popular attractions, is there a way that you can guarantee that you can get everything you want done without getting super stressed or spending a ton of money? There is a way, and we are gonna show you how. Today we are gonna be tackling this park, and we are gonna show you some of our favorite tips and tricks to make sure you can have a fun day the next time you're here in Epcot. We are gonna help you get on some of your favorite rides, eat some of the best snacks, see the shows, do a little shopping maybe, and show you how it is all possible in one day. Alrighty, we are here for rope drop. It is 8:50. The park officially opens at 9. We don't have early entry today. If you're staying at a select Disney World Resort hotel, you can get early entry starting at 8:30 here, but that's not us today, so rope dropping and waiting with the rest of the crowd. Alright, so our first tip for how to do Epcot is honestly rope drop and use Genie Plus. By doing this, you're gonna have a lot more free time than you might think, because we don't necessarily think that Genie Plus is a necessity here in this park, but it does add to a nice casual chill day in Epcot, which nobody's ever gonna be upset about.
All right, and we are walking past Connections Cafe. This is the Starbucks location here. Wow, thank you, Vanna. We are not stopping right now to get coffee. I think we're gonna ride one ride during rope drop, and then we'll get some coffee afterwards. Plus there's some other fun coffees that are Disney exclusive here in Epcot, so we're gonna skip Starbucks today. Also, oh my goodness, that's a line. Okay, so today, specifically today, is the first day that a new pass holder magnet is available for annual pass holders to come pick up. So that is what's happening right now, which makes a lot of sense, because we were waiting for rope drop and we were kind of like, wow, there's a lot of people here today. I wonder what's going on. This is it. Everybody's here for the pass holder magnet. But honestly, that will work in our favor, because most likely not many people are going to be rope dropping the ride that we are headed to. So I think it's going to turn out in our favor. If you've watched any of our videos before, you might have an idea about where we're heading first. Just kidding. So our original plan was
Frozen.
to rope drop Frozen.
Yeah, Frozen Ever After. Next tip, be flexible, because the cast member who, Lord bless her, she was so sweet, stopped us and was like, hey, are you guys going to Frozen? We were like, yes, of course. Where else would we be going? She said Frozen is currently closed. They don't know if they're gonna open. We said, huh, okay. Time to segue. So we're going back towards the front for Test Track.
Yeah, it'll be fun. It'll be great.
It'll be great.
And we have made our way over to Test Track. Current standby time is 60 minutes, but we can do single rider. This attraction does have a single rider queue. If you do hop in this line, your party will be split up. You cannot be together, but pro tip, if you're okay with splitting your party up and riding single rider, you will get on this attraction so much quicker than 60 minutes. It is currently 9:07. We're hopping in line. We'll see how it goes.
So if you don't know what Test Track is an attraction here in Epcot where you can actually build your own car and then kind of put it to the test. You go through lots of trials. You even go outside. And I'm just gonna say, it gets a little fast. We'll put it that way. I don't want to spoil anything for you, but this is an Epcot staple for a reason. We're off Test Track. Doing single rider, we only waited
10 minutes.
10 minutes. We were on and off so fast. So that was definitely the right move for us.
Yes.
You guys can do that move. We highly recommend it. However, we are using Genie Plus today, so we don't necessarily need to rope drop. And our goal also isn't necessarily to ride and see every single thing. We're just gonna show you how we think you should do Epcot and how you're gonna maximize your time here. To us, maximizing our time is getting breakfast.
Yes.
The one place that we think everyone should be getting breakfast.
Yes.
Let's go. Okay, so I had so much fun ranking any ride I got to go on during our Universal Water Park Ride Challenge. So I'm gonna do that today. I think we should rank stuff today.
Yes.
I'm gonna stick with my Jonas scale for now.
Okay.
Because I know it, I feel good about that scale. So for Test Track, you know what? I'm giving it a Nick Jonas.
Oh,
it's huge. It's overly popular. Everybody likes it, even the teens.
That's true.
You know,
even
so
the little kids.
Even the little kids. I'm giving it a Nick.
All right, I will be honest and say Epcot doesn't have a lot of options when it comes to breakfast, but where we are headed today is the ultimate stop for breakfast. We are in the France Pavilion.
France!
Wow, what a quick flight! Oui, oui! Today, we're going somewhere new.
Try something a little different.
Yeah! And we have made it to the back of the France Pavilion. This is the new expansion with the latest Remy's Ride edition, but back here we've got La Crêperie de Paris, which actually is both a table service and a quick service option. So there are two options for you. You can dine inside, sit at a table, but we are here, we're coming up to the quick service window. We're gonna grab some crepes from the walk-up window and eat them somewhere vibey in Paris, because that's what you do here in Epcot. And actually, I haven't eaten here yet, so I'm very excited.
So somehow, we have managed to grab beautiful seats in the shade right outside of the France Pavilion. And then also we have this, which I'm super excited about. So I got the bechamel cheese and a ham galette as something a little bit more savory. And then Fry got the butter and sugar crepe on the sweeter side. We're keeping it on two ends this morning. And then we both got mimosas because we're in Epcot and this is how you do Epcot. So it just made sense. Let's enjoy.
That's very good. All it is butter and sugar on a crepe, but it's so good. Butter, sugar, mimosa. That right there, that's how you do it. Exactly.
Oh, I love this crepe. So I've actually had the privilege to eat everything here in the France Pavilion. If you guys are interested in that and you want to know more in-depth reviews, you can check out that video up on the channel now. For this galette, it is so cheesy and savory and just decadent. I love this. I think it's absolutely wonderful. There's a reason I got it again. So this is my favorite. And then if I'm going for the sweet something, I always get what Fry got.
And now that we have finished our breakfast, we have headed over to the Morocco Pavilion, but we are actually going to hop on a boat to go to the other side of World Showcase, because today we want to save our energy a little bit. So we're not going to walk all the way around. We're not trying to hop back and forth across the front and the back of the park. So we are going to hop on a boat to head to the front of World Showcase to then head over to Guardians of the Galaxy for our virtual queue. Today we are using Disney Genie Plus, the skip the line service here at Disney World. Now we are using it sparingly, so we are not trying to get on every single ride necessarily, but we're going to use it to our advantage to maximize the price that we paid for it today. So Disney Genie Plus, you've got the first tier, which is free Genie, that is within the My Disney Experience app. It's got customizable itineraries, you've got the tip board, you've got mobile order, you've got all the wait times, all of that good stuff. Then you move on to the second level, which is Disney Genie Plus. That is going to be a one-time fee per person per day, and that includes over 40, I think the number is up to 50 now, over 50 attractions across all 4 Disney World theme parks. And then you've got the third level, which is the individual Lightning Lane selections, which those are going to be the most popular rides at every single park. So Guardians of the Galaxy, Rise of the Resistance, Tron, Flight of Passage, and an extra Magic Kingdom ride because of Tron and Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. So those are going to be a specific per ride, per person price every single day, and those prices are subject to change.
For our next ride of the day, we are here at what many people consider probably the best ride in Disney World right now. This is Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind. It is an indoor Omni coaster that goes backwards, it spins you around, and there's some pretty darn good music involved. This is one that you do need to purchase an individual Lightning Lane for or get a virtual queue for to be able to ride. There is not a standby right now. I got up this morning at 7 and got us a virtual queue, so we're gonna go tap in.
Be right behind you. Don't worry about it. Unless we cannot stop this, I'm here for a large man. What have we done? I think we jumped back. Oh,
Christ. Okay, finished up on Guardians. Guardians is so much fun. It's so exciting. We got Iran. Nothing is the worst one. Can't lie to you. So that was a little disappointing. Also, it took us an hour post getting in line with our virtual queue. So we're pretty exhausted. Yeah. And it means our Lightning Lane for Remy is almost up. So we really wanted to get coffee after this. Not an option. Not an option for us.
That's okay, we'll get it.
We're gonna get it
later.
after Remy, fingers crossed. Ranking, this one gets a Nick. This one gets a Sophie Turner. This one gets the best of the best, 10 gold stars. No one can touch the Queen of the North, and that is Guardians of the Galaxy.
But does it have a different ranking with each song?
It should, but I won't do that.
Okay.
Because I would rather ride, even with Iran, Guardians every day over anything else.
That's fair.
So, Sophie Turner.
You guys are not gonna believe literally what just happened to us right now. Okay.
Look at the camera. Is it
No, it's not.
Okay. I can tell it's actively
It's
looking
only
up.
here on.
You guys are not gonna believe it.
You're not gonna believe. Oh, okay. You guys, they're not gonna believe what just happened to us. So we're rushing to Remy, right? We did not want to use our grace period, although that you do have that. So tip, if you're running late, you have your grace period. Don't stress. However,
Something major just
happened, and we might have to beg with the Remy people to let us on. But that's okay.
It's gonna be worth it.
Because you guys are gonna die. I cannot believe this just happened. So there was a friend hanging out in a blue shirt, a character attendant. We made eye contact.
Yes.
She smiles. She says, hey, do you want to meet some fun friends? I said yes. I don't even know if that was the right decision.
She said yes. We go.
Wait until you see who it is. Hello.
What delightful costumes we have.
Well, thank you so much.
You brought an extra set of these?
Of course, I had to make sure we could hear you.
Oh, here are all the ghosts.
Absolutely, there are ghosts everywhere.
Of course. That was Jack and Sally. Did you guys notice that? Did you notice who was talking to us? Jack and Sally? That was Jack and Sally.
That was Jack and Sally.
What? So, pro tip, a lot of times in Epcot, if characters are going to be popping out soon, or maybe somebody's about to be new friends with a character, they will come here to train, to hang out, to learn about their friend a little bit more. So always keep your eyes peeled, because you never know who you're gonna see, like Jack and Sally, who are just here hanging out today. Yes. That's insane.
And with just 2 minutes to spare, we are about to scan into our Remy's Ratatouille Adventure Lightning Lane. This attraction takes you down to the size of a rat, and you're going to relive the story of Remy from Ratatouille. The current standby wait is 105 minutes, which I can tell you right now it is not worth that. So I'm very glad that we have our Lightning Lane.
How do you feel post Remy?
I feel still sleepy.
I feel sleepy, but I feel hungry. Every time I smell in there, I get a little hungry.
No.
Just a little. It's just, I don't know. I think Remy's fun. The thing about Remy is a little bit short, but I think it's a fun ride, especially for kiddos and for families. So ranking wise, I'm gonna give this one a Frankie Jonas.
Oh.
It's cute, it's small, and it has its fans. So Frankie Jonas.
I think that's fair.
Thank you.
It is 12:35. It is time for the very important, most important part of the day that we kind of pushed back maybe a little too far. But
I can't believe we've made it this far without the most important thing of our day.
I know. Like, who are we?
We were just bold. We were feeling excited. We were living life on a high.
Yes.
And we forgot. And now the high has died.
It
Just
has.
a little bit. You know, the morning rope drop rush is over.
So we must now get coffee.
That's the sound that makes the world go around, baby.
All right, now we are heading back to the front of the park because something special is happening today, or should I say something special started today. They have started a new pass holder lounge here at Epcot. It's only going to be here for a limited time, and it is opening day. So I think for a little break, you know, we're both a little hungry. We might go get a snack.
A snack or two.
Sit in some AC, go check it out. So that's where we're headed. It is up at the front of the park over in the Land Pavilion. So we're heading that way. We're gonna go check it out. Another tip is to take advantage of whatever festival is going on. So right now it is the Flower and Garden Festival, and they have fun extra things around the park, like this butterfly landing. I love this thing. There's butterflies in here. So Epcot is the perfect park to just explore. Go see what they have. It's so beautiful. And now we are entering the Land Pavilion, which is home to Garden Grove Restaurant, Soarin', Awesome Planet and the Restaurant Sunshine Seasons. So let's go figure out where this lounge is. It's in here somewhere. All right, I see the sign.
Right? We made it to the new pass holder lounge. But guess who's here reporting for the All Ears vlog? But our favorite vegan. He's here working. So look at him! Literally, he's here with us. If you don't know, Breedlove and I are both actually reporters full-time, so we also report when we're not filming for the vlog, and this is what we get to do, is we get to cover the parks and take photos and videos of new foods and exciting things, and he was here reporting on this, but he can't eat these items.
That's right.
So we're gonna taste them first.
Somebody has to help him.
Exactly.
If it has to be us who gets to taste these fun, exciting stuff, I guess it has to be us. Woo! Figment themed things. This was not on purpose. I want everyone to know.
Available here at the Pass Holder Lounge only for a limited time. We've got a Spark of Grape Shake, which is grape, guava, passion fruit, orange, and lime. And then we've also got the Raspberry Lemonade Tart, which is shortbread tart filled with lemon mousse, raspberry jam, and raspberry mousse. So we have clearly already tried this one. But I will say, this is a grape milkshake. My brain cannot comprehend grape as a milkshake flavor. Like, for some reason it doesn't add up in my brain. It tastes good and it's very grape flavored. Tastes like grape Jolly Rancher. I think I would rather have, you know, a typical chocolate milkshake or strawberry milkshake, that kind of thing. So I think my brain just can't comprehend grape. Overall, it's a fun snack if you're a Figment fan. You might want to try it, but it's not going to be here for very long.
It closes on June 30th this year. I do get to try the raspberry tart. I'm not really a Figment fan, despite my whole look and everything we're eating today and the fact that I love these ears. I've just never been a big Figment fan, but you know what does get me? Figment merchandise. That doesn't make sense, and I'm aware, but thanks, Figment. Okay, I'm normally not a big tart fan, but I actually really like this. It's light and fluffy, and then the tart itself adds a nice crispiness on the bottom. It's really heavy on the raspberry flavor and the white chocolate flavor. It's of course overtly sweet, but it's a nice little different kind of treat to try here at Epcot. I like it. I wouldn't necessarily get it again. All right, so I enjoyed some time hanging out with Breedlove. We had a snack, we had a little drink, and luckily for us, while we were hanging out, it was time to make a new lightning lane. And Soarin's was for right now. Perfect. So we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna hop on Soarin', and then we're gonna do Living with the Land. So that way we are done completely with the Land Pavilion, and we can keep trucking around Epcot, because this is how you do it. Okay. So if you have never been on Soarin', Soarin' Around the World is a really fun simulation ride that takes you soaring around the world. You go flying, you see lots of different icons throughout the world, and it's this Epcot staple. And luckily for us, we have a lightning lane for it.
We finished Soarin'. I mean, it's an Epcot favorite for a reason. Yeah. I love Soarin'. I think it's fun. I like to soar.
Yeah, around the world.
That's just my opinion. I think if I'm ranking this one, I'm gonna give it a Joe, because I feel like most moms, they like Joe.
They do.
And that's why I'm the mom of all ears, because Joe's my favorite.
Our next attraction on our list, also in the Land Pavilion, is Living with the Land boat ride. This is one of my absolute favorites in Disney World. It's super underrated and it's super fun. Always has a short wait, and it's only 5 minutes right now, so we are gonna hop on. All right, Living with the Land is done. A classic Disney boat ride. Classic. All about learning about agriculture and new ways to grow food, better things for the environment, for the future. Absolutely my must-do.
Yeah, it's a must-do for me too. It's so relaxing, it's so chill, and you actually get to see how Disney creates a lot of their produce, which I think is interesting, and you should too.
Yes. I mean, peep the shirt. Check it out on All Your Style.
Yeah.
Rating scale. I firmly believe that Living with the Land is a Kevin Jonas.
Okay.
Because classic.
It is classic.
Underrated.
Yeah.
And now, 10 years later, is now conveniently everybody's favorite when it's been my favorite all along.
You know, that's fair.
We've made it out of the Land Pavilion. We're back outside. I will say another very helpful tip is that if you're using Genie Plus, you are gonna run into that 2-hour cooldown where you have to wait before you make another Genie Plus selection. Use that strategically, use it to your advantage. We used our 2-hour cooldown to be inside in the AC in the land pavilion. Worked out really great. We rode a couple rides, we sat and had a nice conversation with Breedlove and just hung out, had some snacks. So, big tip, when you do get to that 2-hour cooldown, try to find a nice spot inside in the AC because it will be hot in the middle of the day. So you're gonna want some of that nice, cool, crisp AC. Now, we are gonna scan in at the Seas with Nemo and Friends because we do have a lightning lane for this attraction. It's not one we normally recommend a lightning lane for, but we did all the big ones.
Yeah, the thing about Epcot is you're gonna run through, most of the time, a lot of your big ones, you know, Frozen, Soarin', Test Track, and Remy. After that, just start utilizing it. Don't necessarily put in that 2-hour cooldown for Nemo. We're gonna go tap into Nemo, and then we're gonna be able to immediately turn around and make another one for Spaceship Earth. So we're just gonna start skipping lines.
Yeah, let's do it.
It's Nemo!
When you do get off of the Finding Nemo ride, you do end up in the aquarium, which is super, super fun, super cool. I encourage you to check it out if you have the time. Also, another spot that is in AC, great place to hang out for a little bit, but they've got all sorts of animals in here. They also have Turtle Talk with Crush, which is an amazing show. So there's actually a lot of cool stuff to do in here. If you've never been in here, you should check it out. They even have a scavenger hunt. But now we have to do a must-do for Emma, because every time she comes over here, she has to say hi to some of her friends. Are you so happy?
I love it in here. This is my favorite place in Epcot. If you need a break, this is the place to be.
Oh,
Point blank.
you heard it. And next we've made our way to the front of the park because it's time to head onto Spaceship Earth. It is 3:22, so almost 3:30. We're just seeing what we can grab. You don't really need a lightning lane for Spaceship Earth, but we bought Genie Plus, so we're gonna make the most of it.
Yeah, utilize what you have. Even if you're using it just to skip the big rides, do it for here too. It's already included and it'll just save you 15 minutes.
Perfect.
I feel amazing.
You do?
Yeah, nothing puts me in a good mood the way that Judi Dench and Spaceship Earth do.
Yes.
So I'm really kind of living life. I'm back on my high. You know, I'm living life on a high again. We had our coffee. We've been on some rides. I'm feeling amazing.
Wow.
I also feel ready to rank.
Oh, all right. Then let's hear it.
So Seas with Nemo and Friends, we forgot to rank them. So I'm gonna give the Seas, I'm sorry, but probably a Kevin. I think it's really fun and really special for a select group. Like me and my family at the very end when me and my mom and brother are singing Big Blue World. But for most people, Nemo's a skip. You know, underappreciated in their time. Thank you, Will.
Thank you.
For Spaceship Earth, I'm gonna give it a Nick. It's wonderful, it's a fan favorite.
Wow.
There are aspects of it that everybody loves, you know? So, we'll go Nick.
Wow. Have we given any ride to Joe today?
Yeah, Joe got Soarin'.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, because Joe is my
Yes.
personal favorite. I want to stress that to everybody. I want you to know. I just think they need to know, not for any reason.
Now we are making our way back to the World Showcase, but on our way there, we are gonna do a little bit of shopping. The big Disney store, of course, in Epcot is Creation Shop, which is up in the front. This is where you're gonna find your typical Disney merchandise across all of the parks. You'll find some specific merchandise in here, but not a whole lot. So if you're looking for a staple pair of ears, a t-shirt, you know, some souvenirs to take home to your family, this is where you're gonna find it here in Epcot. So we're gonna see what we can find. And right now, a lot of the merchandise on display is for the Disney 100th anniversary. So there's a lot of pretty purple merchandise out right now.
I want this bag so bad.
It's beautiful.
This is honestly probably my favorite scene in all of Disney animation.
Aww.
And it was Walt Disney's too, and that's part of why it's mine. And I just think I need this. I think I just need it.
I would support you in that.
Thank you. Well, maybe, I mean, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, we'll see.
I don't have the cash.
Oh,
It's because I keep buying Disney stuff.
yeah.
I'll think about it though.
I have an idea.
Oh.
Go pick out something for your favorite Jonas Brother.
What would he like? This is genius.
What would he want?
Okay. I'll be back.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, I know I'm looking for my favorite Jonas Brother, but personally, I just want to say I need a pair of these shorts. Now, Kevin Jonas is a typical Disney dad. You know, he is the typical dad. He was here just not too long ago, here at Disney World with his family. So, I'm thinking something that's a typical dad souvenir, maybe a shirt. Okay, you know what? I'm feeling it. I'm feeling the Moana button-up.
For Kevin?
I think so. I think he could rock it, personally.
Yeah. So for Joe, I went with this dad. Oh, well, that's not helpful. I went with this dad joke served fresh daily Goofy mug.
Oh.
Because he has two little babies, and I think he could appreciate this joke. And also, I love Sophie Turner, and I just think that she would appreciate anything. That
I
has
feel
Goofy
like
on it.
Sophie also has good dad jokes.
Yeah, she does. They're very goofy people.
They are.
In the best, most complimentary way. So,
Yeah.
Goofy mug.
So that was Mariachi Cobre, one of the entertainment offerings around the World Showcase. We do encourage you to take some time to explore each country. Each country is very beautiful. They teach you a lot about the culture and the history of that country, and there's fun, special found entertainment all around the World Showcase, and that's an example of it. And now we are here in Norway for our Lightning Lane for Frozen Ever After. This is the boat ride here in Norway. It's very popular. We do recommend a Lightning Lane if you choose to purchase Genie Plus. Oh wow.
Maybe not today.
Wow, what is happening?
Frozen has actually been closed on and off all day, and it looks like the Lightning Lane is suffering because of that, and sometimes that can happen. Be willing to adjust. If this was not the beginning, or if this was not the end of our Lightning Lane time, I would recommend that we left and came back. However, we don't want to give up this Lightning Lane.
The standby does say 105 minutes, which I don't recommend that for any ride in Disney World ever. But thankfully, we do have this Lightning Lane, so it may be a little bit long, but it's going to be shorter than 105 minutes.
Absolutely.
All right, guys, bad news. So we were the next group to tap in and scan, and the ride went down again.
Frozen is having a day.
They are.
They're having a day.
So unfortunately, we cannot ride it right now. That's okay. We're gonna be flexible. We're gonna change up our plans a little bit.
Absolutely. That's what you have to do. That's always our number one tip, is be willing to be flexible in Disney World.
Yes.
I promise it will make your trip so much better and easier if you're just willing to go with the flow.
Yes, exactly. And be nice to those cast members when they tell you that the ride is
They
down.
can't help it, I promise.
It's not their fault.
They would so much rather the ride work.
Yes.
Be nice.
Please be nice. Now on that note, let's talk about what it means when you have a Lightning Lane and the ride goes down. So in this case, if a ride goes down and it is your return time for your Lightning Lane, you will get what is called a Lightning Lane redemption. So basically, we still have our Lightning Lane, we didn't lose it, but we will be able to use it later on in the day when the ride comes back up. So now, we're gonna switch it up a little bit, and we're gonna go meet a friend. Hi, Donald! How are you doing today? Good? Yeah? We wanted to come see you, because you're number one. You're our favorite.
Yeah, absolutely.
You look fantastic. Oh, hug! And now to celebrate the fact that we just met Donald, we're gonna go get on his ride. Inside the Mexico Pavilion is where you will find the attraction, Grand Fiesta Tour. It is a classic Disney boat ride through Mexico with Donald, Jose, and Panchito, and Donald is lost, so we must go find him. It's super fun. It's a must-do for me because I do really enjoy this ride. Always a quick wait, 5-10 minutes maybe, never super long.
Okay, so we just finished Grand Fiesta Tour and we'll discuss it in just a minute, but one of my favorite tips to give everyone here in Epcot is Epcot has some of the most unique shopping in all of Disney World. There are so many different options. There are different stores in every single one of the countries, and they have such incredible merchandise that is not necessarily Disney specific, but it's just really unique, and a lot of it is handcrafted and just a really special gift that you're not necessarily going to be able to find everywhere, especially throughout Disney World. So one of our favorite pro tips is make sure you're shopping when you're in the different countries. Keep your eyes peeled, because even if it's not Disney merchandise, it might be something really beautiful that you and your family want to take home, and you can always cherish it and have the Disney memory connected without it being overtly Disney. What did you think, Grand Fiesta Tour?
I mean, I love it, always.
For me, it's definitely a Joe. It's one of my personal favorites. It's underrated. It deserves more love. And I think it should be an Epcot must-do.
I agree.
I mean that with my chest.
Yeah.
So
I do it every time I'm here.
Me too. Even if I'm here for fun. And you'd think, Emma, that can't be true. I wrote it the other day. After already writing it for a video, I just came back and did it again. So I love it.
Now we are making our way over to Figment, because of course Emma's got to take some pics.
I have to go see Figment. I mean, I can't not in this outfit.
No, it's a rule. You have to.
It is.
And I think on the way, we're gonna grab a little snack because I'm a little hungry.
So hungry myself.
Another pro tip is to eat at off meal times, because when you eat on meal times, of course, everything's gonna be super crowded. Right now it is 4:50, so it's almost 5 o'clock. It's close to dinner, but not quite that time yet. So wherever we wanna go, it's gonna be a short line. And another tip on top of that, most of the time when you're here, there's probably going to be a festival going on. So we encourage you to eat something from a festival booth. They change all the time. There's new stuff all the time. So we're gonna go check out a festival booth that we haven't eaten at yet, that we're really excited about because it sounds delicious. And we have made our way to the Honey Bistro, which is a festival booth up at the front of the World Showcase. Yeah. Emma and I wanted to eat here. It's got a couple things on the menu that we are both interested in.
Okay, so if you haven't been to a festival and you're not aware, the festival booths actually do small plates. So while we recommend grabbing them obviously for lunch or for even dinner sometimes, just be aware of that before you go in, and don't expect like a huge plate. We got chicken and waffles, which is a crispy honey brine chicken and a honey sweet cornbread waffle with whipped honey butter and spicy honey on top. It's everything I could ever dream of and more. And we also got the pollinator flatbread, which has honey whipped mascarpone, honey caramelized onions, blueberries, prosciutto, honey whipped goat cheese, arugula, a honey vinaigrette, and bee pollen. And frankly, I'ma be happy when we eat this. I had to say it. I could not resist. Thank you for that. So I'm obsessed with this. The whipped goat cheese is so savory, but mixed with the sweet honey and like the salty prosciutto and the crispy flatbread. There is just a really nice balance of savory and sweet flavors here. And honestly, I will think about this all the time. If you like a little bit more adventurous items, something that's exciting to eat, and maybe not something that you're gonna have all the time, I think this is a really nice option. If you don't like honey, probably avoid the whole booth, but definitely avoid this. And if you know that you don't like goat cheese or blueberries, this is probably not gonna be for you.
All right, now I'm trying the chicken and waffle. So of course, gotta get a good big bite of everything. Dip it in that honey. This is really, really good. I am a big fan of this. Honestly, it's a great balance of sweet, spicy, and crispy, and savory, and all of the good things. There is pieces of corn and jalapenos in the waffle, which I think is a great addition. It's a little bit of spice. It's not super hot, but there is a little bit of a kick to it, so just be aware. But if maybe you and your friend, you and your spouse, one of you likes sweet, the other one likes spicy, this is a great thing to share together because you can divide it up. You don't have to get all spice in one bite. And next on our list, Journey into Imagination with Figment, we do have a lightning lane.
everywhere. Oh, double the music. All right, so I had a good time on Figment, actually. Figment is one of those that it was not my favorite. And the more I ride it, the more I like it, like ironically. You know, like you make fun of something so much that all of a sudden you're like, ugh, I can't wait to go on the ride and sing this.
Yes.
That's where I'm at with Figment.
The ride is okay.
The ride is a Disney classic that has changed over time, that even Disney fans are not pleased that it's changed. Nobody really wanted it to change, and we got stuck with the version we have now, but he's still popular and he's still Figment, so.
Yes.
I'm gonna give this one, I'm sorry to say it, a Kevin. It's for some, but not all.
But those who love it have taste.
Well, yes. Also here in Imageworks is where you can find two really special characters that you cannot find anywhere else in Disney World. One of them is Vanellope Von Sweets from Wreck-It Ralph, and then the other is actually Joy from Inside Out. She's back there. She's just on the ground with a child taking a cute picture. She's with a dog. Oh, she's with a service dog. Okay, we won't bother her. But a lot of people don't know that they're back here because they're kind of tucked at the end of Figment. So definitely make sure to remember that these characters are here because Epcot does have a lot of special characters.
Hi, Vanellope. How are you doing today? How you been? It's been a minute. Missed ya. You having a good day? What?
The cucumber.
Oh, you like my earrings?
Yeah, no cucumbers.
I know. I need the candy. I need to get those next.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, we're all about living bland today. So next time.
She literally has licorice for her jacket.
I know. I wish I did. So if you have a Disney Visa, you have access to the Disney Photo Spot, which is exclusive. You have to have a card to get in here. Hi guys! What a surprise! I really didn't think it was going to be Mickey when we turned around the corner.
We had heard friends talking to Pluto, but we're assuming, you know, Pluto had to take a break. He's probably been there for a while.
Yeah.
We only waited about 15 minutes, and there was a holdup because there were some issues with the camera, but the cast members were so nice, and they were, like, really communicative with us. So, honestly, that was a long wait for the Visa, Photo Pass. But you meet two characters. And that's a short wait for characters.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, if you have a Visa card or the Disney Visa and you're able to utilize this, we highly recommend it. We just saw 2 of the Fab 5 in here. And we waited basically no time. So definitely check it out. And honestly, it normally isn't even that long of a wait.
Taking a leisurely boat ride across the lagoon. We are now here heading back towards France because we're gonna do a show.
One of our favorite shows in Epcot, actually. At least mine.
Really?
Yeah, I love it here.
5 minutes.
Beauty and the Beast cinema.
How can you walk in that room and sing your heart out and not walk out with a smile on your face?
I love that show because it gives off Lion King 1.5 vibes.
Yes, it does. I completely agree. If you haven't actually watched this show, it's a retelling of how LeFou actually helped Beauty and the Beast fall in love. It's so good, and it's silly, and it's fun, and honestly, I enjoy myself every single time I'm there. So, honestly, I'm gonna give this one a Nick. It deserves to be a Nick. It's probably a Joe, actually, where, like, if you're real, you know it's a great one. You know?
Okay.
So I'll say Joe. I'll say Joe on this one. I love it. It's fantastic. Lots of fun. And while we were hanging out in there, Frozen reopened.
Yeah.
So we're gonna head back to Norway and hopefully ride Frozen Ever After.
And as we're walking back towards Norway, we're gonna find some more of that found entertainment. up to the America Pavilion. There is a concert happening right now because with each Epcot festival, they do a different concert series. So right now, it's Garden Rocks for the Flower and Garden Festival, and tonight is the Champagne Orchestra. And we are kind of quickly walking through the Rest of World Showcase because we want to make sure that we can get on this ride before it inevitably breaks down again.
But our dinner reservation happens, because that's the prize.
True.
We spoiler have a dinner reservation.
Yes, it'll be super fun, which that will start in a little under an hour. All right, take two. We're back in Norway to try and get on Frozen Ever After. We do have that Redemption Lightning Lane that we can use.
And it looks like everybody else is using theirs too.
But that's okay.
And we're gonna make it work.
It's fine. The wait's only 75, so it's not as long as before.
We're doing good. I had the biggest splash of my entire life on Frozen.
Yes,
just then.
She did.
I literally am wringing out the bottom of my dress in a way that I've never had to do on Frozen Ever After. And I think that's going to impact my ranking.
I think so, but we were in the first row.
We were in the first row.
I think that might have something to do with it.
I don't know. I won't get into it, but it's strange.
I have a plot twist for our ranking. I think Frozen Ever After is all three.
Oh! Explain.
So, it's super popular.
True.
When everybody's there, everybody wants to see them.
Yeah, true.
It's the best, of course, when they're all together. Of course. You can't have one without the other.
Yeah.
I think, you know,
and
top
they can
tier.
sing.
And they can sing.
You have a point. However, I'm angry at them because my dress is that wet. So I'm going no ranking. You're not even getting a ranking from me.
Whoa.
Yeah, I'm gonna let Fry carry this one because I would give a bad one in this state.
Okay. Would some food help you?
I think mayhap.
Would some food make you feel better?
Would make me feel a little bit better.
Okay. Well, we're in luck because our reservation starts in 20 minutes.
Dinner.
And we are here and checked in for our reservation at Spice Road Table here in the Morocco Pavilion.
Very excited.
Emma has been here before. I have not. So this is going to be very, very fun.
So here's our first item of the night. We did order some drinks, and it is small plates here at Spice Road Table if you've never been. So, you know, we ordered a few things. We're gonna share as the table. The first thing we got is actually completely recommended by the waiter. He says that he loves this. So this is the tagine. It's newer. It has seasonal vegetables, spiced chickpea stew, and herbed couscous. They brought it out and took the lid off. We made eye contact because the smell of it, I wish you guys could smell this because I could guarantee you all would love it. Alrighty, and then for our next two items, we actually got the hummus fries. Yes, you heard that, house-made hummus fries with a citrus chipotle and preserved lemon sauce here on the side. Then we also got the Spice Road Table sampler just so we can try a few things. First here is the lamb kefta. This is cheese-filled phyllo that's been buttered and baked. And then over here we have the spiced chicken. So a little bit of everything.
And for my drink tonight, I went with the Sahara Spritz, which is cucumber, mint vodka, soda water, and lime. I just went with something simple. Cheers. Super simple. I really enjoy it. It's heavy on the soda water is the main thing that I can taste here. Of course, the mint, they added a little mint sprig as well. It's nice and refreshing. I think it's going to go well with all of these flavors and spices that we're about to eat. I think it'll help balance it out. So I'm pleased.
And then for my drink, I got the Morocco Mule. Mine's very simple. It is just vodka, ginger beer, and a little bit of lime and mint. So cheers.
very similar to a Moscow Mule if you've had that. It's heavy on the ginger beer flavor. It's very refreshing. It's not overtly light, but it's kind of like Fry said, it's going to be a really nice balance to some of these heavier foods that we're having. But overall, what I really like about Spice Road Table is it's not super heavy in almost any regard.
Now for my first appetizer that I'm going to be trying, it is the tagine, which is the seasonal vegetables, chickpea stew, and couscous. Very, very good. The couscous is cooked perfectly. It's the right consistency. The vegetables are honestly probably my favorite part of this dish. They're cooked very, very well. Not a whole lot of spice overall in this dish. Really not much bold flavor. So if you're a little nervous about spice level, this might be a good option for you. Not a whole lot of bold in your face flavor, but it's very, very good.
One of my favorites.
Cheers.
I absolutely love these fries. They are so thick. They almost are like a little bit thicker than like a steak French fry, just to kind of give you like a size-wise of these. They are so crispy and crunchy on the outside, but the inside is pretty soft, and it has that classic hummus chickpea flavor, and then there's big flaky salt along the top, so it's very savory. But really what stands out to me is the sauce that they give you. It is so creamy, and it has a little bit of a bite, but not much at all. It is a standout. I could eat this with a spoon. It's so delicious, and it actually reminds me quite a bit of the remoulade that we had when we were in Disneyland. This is the best part.
And next, as part of the sampler, I'm gonna try the spiced chicken. Chicken is cooked well, it's nice and moist. Again, not super bold flavors here. It's more on the safer side compared to all of these other options, but it's very, very good. Alrighty, I'm trying the lamb kefta. Cheers.
It's a little bit more on the dry side, which is pretty traditional for lamb. It has the consistency of a meatball, if that kind of gives you an idea of what it's like. I think what really is the selling point here for me, though, is the tzatziki on the bottom. The tzatziki adds a really nice flavor profile. The dill in it makes it very light and creamy, and then added to the slightly dry lamb, it just makes it a little bit more refreshing. The tzatziki is the best part of it, but the lamb is very nice. And if you know that you like, you know, lamb, or you're feeling a little bit adventurous, this is a really safe option to try something new.
And lastly, as part of the sampler, we've got the phyllo. Okay, it's very light, it's very flaky, very cheesy and buttery. So really you can't go wrong with this. Also the addition of the cucumber, tomatoes on top, and the mint. That's good. As this being my first time here at Spice Road Table, I think it's only fair that I give it a Joe Bro ranking. So here's my ranking. I think I would give Spice Road Table the ranking of Joe.
Ooh.
I would.
Okay, explain.
Not for everyone.
Okay.
A little adventurous. A little spicy. But those who love it really love it. I think that's fair. But the food may be great. The food may be excellent, but that's not the best part of this restaurant. Okay? There's an even better part of this restaurant that you don't know about. Maybe you do if you're a pro, but we're about to show you in the next few minutes. In about 10 minutes or so, we're gonna show you why this restaurant is amazing.
So what is the best part of this whole restaurant? If you can get the right timed reservation, the windows and the outdoor seating, because you can watch Epcot fireworks right here. They actually do dining packages during certain parts of the year. We just had the privilege to watch Epcot forever. It was so beautiful. We were able to watch the entire show right through the windows. They dimmed the lights in the restaurant. It was so lovely. You can see it here. If you haven't already seen it, editor, please be kind. Don't make me look too silly. But it was so beautiful. They played the music in here so that way you can really hear it. It was just an amazing, amazing view of the fireworks. I could not recommend it more. If you want to do a sit down but you don't want to miss fireworks, this is a great way to do like 2 birds, 1 stone. I can't speak highly enough of how pretty it was just now. Alright, the first pastry that I'm gonna try is the honey walnut cake. Strong flavors of honey.
walnuts all over the cake. It's very moist, it's very good. I'm also gonna try the almond cookie with cherry in the middle. Okay, I like that.
Now this last item we got was a flaky phyllo that has been soaked in honey, and there are also walnuts on top of it. So this is actually wonderful. I was a little bit apprehensive just because I wasn't sure how I would feel about the flavors and the textures, but it almost reminds me of like a cinnamon roll. I've not tried the other ones. I would be hard pressed to believe that I'll like the other ones more than this. Also, officially, when you order the dessert platter, right now it says it's just assorted Moroccan pastries. So that means that these could change at any point. Next time you're here, they could be a little bit different. We did double check with our server just to make sure there was nothing in here that we couldn't eat, or if you have allergies, don't hesitate to ask. They are trained and they know exactly how to answer your questions.
All right, our dinner is complete and we are heading out of the park. Another pro tip, if you do a dining reservation at the peak fireworks time, then you're gonna walk out like this. I don't know if you can tell because it's super dark. We are one of the last people to leave Epcot. There's no one around right now. This is amazing. Walking through an empty park is a great time to get some really cool pictures with no one else in them. However, of course, as always, be respectful to cast members. They do want to go home. They've had a long day at work. So just quickly take your pictures if you'd like, and then keep on heading out of the park, because we don't want to be rude. We want to make sure that they get home and go to sleep before their next shift tomorrow. Also, another tip is to always keep watching the My Disney Experience app, specifically when it comes to dining, because we didn't have a reservation today.
No, we did not. We made a reservation around 3. Yeah, 3:30. There's a lot of stuff that can pop up last minute, or you never know. You could even modify your current reservations to get a little bit of a later time, or utilize those walk-up lists that don't always get full. So don't feel discouraged if you really want to do a sit down and you can't find quite the right one. One will probably pop up. Just keep looking.
All right, and there you have it. We basically just did almost all of Epcot in one day.
Yeah, very casually. We actually both agree we don't feel too tired. No. Like, there have been days where we will, do Magic Kingdom or do other parks and we're exhausted. We feel really good today. We were able to do so much and still go eat and have a sit-down dinner, and we don't feel like we're about to fall apart. No, that's awesome. It's so exciting, and we even zigzagged the park a little bit, but it wasn't too bad. So overall, I think that's how you do Epcot.
I think so too.
If you like this video, be sure to like and subscribe. Now go watch How to Do Hollywood Studios up on the channel now. We'll see you there.